welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. It's been a few weeks. There's been a lot happening. I'll kind of catch you up with everything that's been going on. Grayson finished his junior year of high school, which was a lot, and it was like a take a village moment. But we got through it, and he had like an outdoor ed trip at the end of the year that he had to take. And so there's been a lot happening, getting him ready for that, ending his junior year, taking the ACT when he got back from his outdoor ed, all of that kind of stuff that just needed to bookend the end of the year. So we got through it. He has a really big birthday coming up. So we're planning that. We have a year in Florida. It feels like a year. That was like a total slip because it feels like a year. We have a week in Florida where they've got their volleyball nationals, which we're getting ready for that. So there's just a lot happening. Summer always has the perception of it being a little bit slower and a little bit easier. And in some ways it is, and then in other ways it's not, because going into senior year and then college, there's a lot. And if you guys have older kids, you know what that situation is. If you have younger kids, just get ready. Just be as organized as you can possibly be, because it is a lot. So that's what's been happening, and so I can't sit and do a video, or I haven't been able to. Right now I'm kind of in between of doing business stuff for the business and wanting to take a break. So that's why I thought, okay, let me do a video. Let me take a few minutes and answer you guys' questions. And what I'm going to talk about today is I had a few requests about what's my skincare recently, what products am I using lately. And you guys know that I've done some lasers recently. I use that loosely because I can't really do lasers, but I haven't changed up my skincare. I've really just been working hard and getting rid of melasma, hyperpigmentation. Like, that has been my focus for the last, well, it's been for the last few years, but really the last couple of treatments that I've had has just been focused on that. So my skincare right now is really mild, very simple, nothing to aggravate, and to kind of just help the healing process of the lasers that I've done. The laser that I've chosen to do is the Moxie laser. It is very well tolerated for all skin types and for all skin colors, which, being that I have olive complexion, I have to be really careful to not create too much heat on my skin. So the Moxie laser, what it does is it taps into the water in your skin. It brings it up to the surface, which I think in theory helps keep the skin cooler, I guess, and not so intense. And then it creates like a little grid. The laser creates a grid on your skin, which then pulls the pigmentation forward, and then the pigmentation falls off. That's what's supposed to happen. I think you're supposed to do it in like a series of 3. I've done it twice. And I've had really good results with it. So I have nothing, 100% nothing on my face other than my skincare that I did early this morning. And I don't even know what time it is, but I think it's like close to 5 o'clock. So I have nothing on my skin. And I just kind of wanted to take you through what I'm putting on my skin in the mornings, kind of letting it be, and then the makeup that I do put on when I want to go out. The reason why I choose to do like lasers and skin treatments like that is I do not like to wear makeup. I feel like I look like a hot mess with makeup. The more makeup I have, the more hot mess that I look. So I really try to keep like a natural glow and just a fresh look to my skin. And I know that a lot of you guys like that, but some people really do love makeup. Like, they love the whole illusion of working with a chiseled face or narrowing out the nose or whatever the illusion that makeup gives us. I don't have the patience, I don't have the time, and honestly, I just feel like I look like a hot clown when I have a lot of makeup on. I did put some mascara on just so that my eyes don't look so tired on camera. And I have a little bit of lip balm or lip gloss, and I'll show you what I'm wearing. But other than that, nothing. This is me totally with nothing on. And the lasers, what I do like about the lasers is it does give you like a natural flush look. I don't know if as time goes on that will go away, because it could be just kind of a healing thing. The great thing about a laser is that a few weeks after the laser, you still have kind of like this glow about you, and I don't want to cover that up. So the more that I can keep that, the better for me. Okay, so let me start with what I do in the morning with my face wash. I've gone back to Barbara Sturm. Okay, so I know that a lot of people like the facial oils to cleanse. I also like the facial oils to cleanse. But when you use the oils, you have to double wash 100%. So the oil breaks down debris, dirt, makeup, but it does not completely clean up your skin. I mean, I guess you could just use the oil, but I don't like the way it feels on my skin. So when I do use an oil, I will then go back and use, this is a foaming cleanser, and I feel like the foam for me pulls my skin the cleanest. I feel like it's not tight, it's not dry, but it is completely clean. I feel like the foaming action really helps break down the rest of the dirt, the oil, and really clean up my skin. Now, some people don't like the foam. They feel like it's drying for them. I think Barbara Sturm's is a little different, and I don't love her products per se, but I do love this foam. And then the one that I use is for darker skin tones. And what that means is not skin color. It means like hyperpigmentation, melasma, all that kind of stuff. Do I think that it brightens and lightens those spots? No. But if it helps, then I'm all for it. So I start with that. In the mornings, I will use the essence. You guys know that I use the SK2 essence. What I've been using lately is the Royal Fern essence. I go between the two. Sometimes I'll do SK2, sometimes I'll do Royal Fern. It depends on what I feel that I need. So the Royal Fern is a little bit more active. So you put it on a cotton swab and then you brush it all over the face. I think it's a little bit more of a glycolic kind of vibe. It's not that strong and it doesn't tingle and it's not harsh on the skin, but I feel like it kind of turns over the cells a little bit more. The SK2 I think brings a little bit more moisture, more balancing. It really works with redness. So I like them both equally. It depends on what I feel that I need. I go between those two. So I do that. I wait for this to dry. It says 20 minutes. Same with the SK2. I do not wait 20 minutes. Just however long I feel like it takes to dry. A lot of times what I'll do is once I do the essence, I will put on my eye cream because it takes a little bit of time to kind of, put it on. This is the Amore Pacific. This is another one that I keep going back to. You see, I've almost used up this whole container again. I've bought it over and over and over again. I didn't realize that this is a Korean skincare brand. I guess I'm liking Korean skincare. I really like this. And I've always been kind of a Sicily, the La Prairie caviar. Like I've always used those through the years. And I've bought this, I don't know, I think at least 8 times. It lasts a long time. It's a little expensive. It's about $260, but it lasts and it plumps and it moisturizes and it doesn't create too much grease. And for me, this is a great product. I've linked all the products down in the body. I am so fatigued by all these influencers selling whatever it is that they want to sell. So I'm just giving you guys what I use. I have no relationship with these people. You guys want to know, and I'm here to tell you. So that's it. Okay, So once I put on the essence, I put on the eye cream, that gives it enough time for the essence to dry. And then I'm gonna put on my serums. Now I'm going in between a couple of serums, but what I'm using on a regular basis that I feel like adds a little bit of moisture, a little bit of repair, a little bit of like calming is Biologique Recherche. So they come in like these little medicine bottles. I use the serum A-Glyca and I use the collagen. And I feel like after doing the lasers, this adds just kind of like some vitamins to my skin. The A-Glyca it breaks down how sugar reacts in the body, which I found it to be really interesting. So sugar causes inflammation, inflammation causes hyperpigmentation. Now, you guys, this is all coming from the outside in, right? If we want to really like work on inflammation, inflammation has to be worked on from the inside out, but we're talking at the skin level. So the A-Glyca, the way the sugar reacts to our body, helps break down that accumulation so that we don't get dark spots. I really like it. And I think after doing the lasers, I think it kind of helps cells repair quicker and help the melanocytes to not accumulating so fast. And then the collagen, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's just collagen back into the skin. And I think once we hit a certain age and that collagen starts to break down, the more that we can help it, the better. Drinking collagen also, or powder, I think is really important because that comes from the inside out. I don't know if our body gets enough of it to really make a difference, but whatever we can do to help it, like I'm all for it. So I use that. And then what I will put on over the serums is I'll just go into the cream. This is the Augustinus Bader. This is tried, true. I've used it over and over and over again. Again, I've bought countless bottles. I love it. Not everybody does. I've heard from people that they don't feel like it's strong enough, that it's not moisturizing enough. That's not the case for me. They also have the rich cream, and I find that the rich cream is too rich for my skin. So I like it a little bit thinner. And because I like to layer, if it's too thick, I don't like to look greasy. I want to look like hydrated, dewy, pretty. That whole greasy look, donut glazed, that's not for me and I don't like it. And I almost feel like when we hit a certain age, it makes us look older. If you're 20 and you're glazing, probably looks amazing on you. For me, I just feel like it makes us look old and that we're like trying too hard to try to be like a donut. So I don't like that, especially since I then put SPF on top of that. This is House of Joseon. This is the Day Dew. Love this. So as the title says, Day Dew, you're gonna feel and look dewy. So if I am layering too many things, it's just too much dew. But this is great. This is Korean skincare, House of Joseon. This is Amazon, or just go straight to whoever sells it. Again, I've got it all linked, so you guys can just go to that link. So that link will take you to my Shop My, which I've got like a category of YouTube. And what that is just everything that I show you here on YouTube. Just makes it a little bit easier instead of individually linking everything and then you have to like go to all these different links and places, and I don't love that. So it's all linked there down below. Okay, so once my skincare is done and once I've given about a minute or two for everything to kind of set and dry up a little bit, then I start with like my makeup. Now I am not using foundation at the moment. There's a couple that you guys know that I like, Giorgio Armani's. What else do I have? I don't even remember because I'm not wearing it lately. Lately what I've been wearing is the Chanel Le Beige. Okay, so this is not a foundation. If you have hyperpigmentation, you have melasma, you have whatever, uneven skin, redness, whatever it is, This does not cover it because this really is like a water base. But what I have learned about this that I really didn't even know before, when you put this on, you have to give it at least a minute for it to dry. Because if you just put it on and then start with your blush or whatever else you put on, it will just create a mess on your face because it's all being mixed together. So if you're using like a powder, not a good thing. If you're using a blush, it will all get washed away because this has to dry. Once I figured that out, this is a great product. I love this product. Now, I don't wear it over like a true foundation, so I don't know how it would work. Maybe you put this on under your foundation. But if you don't want to wear foundation and you want to just create that kind of healthy glow, this is the best. I love it. I could not link this because apparently it's sold out everywhere. I went to Chanel, I went to Violet Grey, I went to like kind of all the retailers, and there's none of it anywhere. So you guys will have to check back for this one. Once I'm done with this, I will put a color, a cheek color on. I go from like a brick color to a pinky color. Lately, I've been wearing this terracotta color, and this is from Merit. Love these blushes. I put it on my finger first and then just kind of dab around my cheek. So easy to use, light, and again, with the terracotta and with this water, not even canvas, but water tint, it creates like that nice summer beauty glow that I really like. And I will say though, you guys, if you haven't taken care of your skin and you have hyperpigmentation, deep wrinkles, like you have to address your skincare first for any of this stuff to lay well on your skin. And it's something that you will have to continually do to keep your skin looking healthy, fresh, pretty. And you guys know it's microneedling, it's the lasers, it's all that kind of stuff that you want to bring it into your rotation every quarter, I guess, every 3 months. That's like the best thing to do. Okay, so from there, I'm going to do lips and mascara. So mascara, okay, we all know that we love the Gucci and the Lancomes and all that kind of stuff. For me, I am completely and totally obsessed with the Kevyn Aucoin curling mascara. The reason being is I have pretty long eyelashes, and when I'm not wearing mascara, it's great because I don't feel like they are totally bare. But when I go to put on mascara, I get spiders that come out of like nowhere. So what I like about the curling mascara is that it keeps the length that I have, maybe brings a little bit more length, but it curls the eyelashes. So then it opens up my eye, and then I don't just look like I have these legs coming out of my eyes. I don't like that look. I know some people do, and I know it's a look. It's not for me. And then the best part about the Kevyn Aucoin is that it is, and I don't even know what it's called, but it's a tubing mascara that when you go to rinse it off, it creates these like little tubes that fall off your eyelash, which I love because there is like no raccoon eyes, there's no tugging of your eye, there's no makeup remover that you have to use first to get it off. So I love it. It's a great everyday mascara. I feel like I can build on it or not, but because I feel like my eyelashes are a little bit on the thick side, I feel like I can get away with it. Some of you guys I know may have to work a little bit harder with maybe a more thicker mascara, and that's fine. I mean, like, it is what it is. But for me, I love the tubing mascara because it's not tugging on this really delicate part of the face. And when we're tugging and we're pulling, it creates puffiness. I feel like it messes with the elasticity. So at this point in my life, I'm trying to be real easy on everything that I have. My skin, my hair, even my workouts. Although my workouts are pretty hard because I do Lagree Pilates. I'm not trying to kill myself. I just want to be healthy. I want to look good. I want to like add value to myself and not just, you know, be a slave to everything. So that's kind of my thing right now. Okay, lips. The two things that I'm actually wearing right now is the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I love it. I feel like this is a universal color. It's an all-girl kind of lip liner. Again, it depends on what your natural base color is. So depending on what that is, this color will show up differently on all of us. My lips tend to be a little bit on the darker side naturally. They sometimes do lighten up, so I don't know, it probably has something to do with, I don't know, inflammation. I don't know. I'm not always the same color, but I like this because regardless of if my lips are a little bit darker or a little bit lighter, what I put on top of it is what kind of plays up this lip liner. So I like it. Overline a little bit up at the top. That'll give you a fuller lip. And then I love the Rhode lip glaze. This is in Toast Peptide Lip Tint. Love it. Easy. Be easy on it. It's very glazy, so you don't have to put a lot on. I kind of just put it on in the middle and just kind of let it move around my lip. I don't know. I like it. Less is more, especially with like glazing. Less is more. We don't have to put a ton on. I think nowadays the look for beauty is very, I don't know, it's moving to more natural, I think. I think we're kind of fatigued by the fillers, the plastic surgery, like everything. I think we're a little fatigued. So the more that you can play up your natural beauty, I think you're more on trend that way. Two products that I wanted to show you that I do put on probably 3 times a night. It is the Grande Brow to help my eyebrows stay full, and the Nulastin Lash for my eyelashes. So I feel like everything needs help, from our hair to our skin to our lashes to our body. Like, I wish I could say to you, we could just be natural and live like well and everything just take care of itself. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So supplements, good skincare, good workout regime, you know, just kind of help everything along. Scalp care, like everything. So you know what? I'm just showing you guys what I use on the daily. This really is like an everyday kind of thing. If I am going out to an event, we recently got our Super Bowl rings, so we had like the big ceremony. On those types of things, a little bit more eyeshadow, maybe a little bit more of a foundation because photographs are going to be taken, the lights are bright, and when those photographs come out, you tend to look really washed out if you don't have like enough of a foundation. So in that case, everything gets ramped up a little bit more. But for the most part, this is what I wear day in, day out, easy, 5 minutes. And that's really all I have time for. So, all right, you guys, hope this helps. There's a few questions that you guys had about skincare and makeup, so I just kind of put it all together. Again, I will try to get on here as quickly as I can. I will not be here next week because we will be at Nationals and you guys don't want to see that again. I'm trying to get into my vlogging camera, like just talking to you guys more on a minute by minute kind of thing. But I don't know, sometimes I think it's boring, so I don't know. All right, I hope you guys are all great. I hope you are enjoying your summer. I will probably see you in 2 weeks. And that's it. Leave me your comments, let me know your questions, and enjoy the next couple of weeks. We'll talk soon.